Hi guys, hope you're having a great time in quarantine. I know it's a bit tricky. So this is for the beginners. We'll just go over a few little things. Some of you might have done the songs a few times already. Obviously there's so many that I need, so many songs out there. What I'll do is I'll give you a little website after that can lead you to a few other things to practice. But firstly, for our beginners, we'll practice going through. Remember, we've got the 6 strings. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the first one is called the big E. Okay, and the last one is called the little E. Okay, and we're going to concentrate on today is our little E. Always start with that one because it's the littlest. It's the easiest to hold down. Just a reminder, you've got your frets, and that's how we count up. A little tip for you, if you've got a little guitar at home, put some numbers on the frets. So first one, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, etc. And that's a good way for you to help do it. So, little warm-up exercise, just with your thumb. I want you to run through the strings just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then remember our little saying, elephants and donkeys grow big ears. And that's how we remember the letter of each string. So the first one, big E, elephants, and donkeys grow big ears. E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, and they're the notes of each string. Okay, so elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Big E, because it's the biggest string. Little E, it's the littlest one. Okay, the song we're going to do today is it's called Frere Jacque. I don't know if it's got an English meaning. We might have done it in class, some of you might have done it, some of you might not have. Either way, it's a good one. Most people know the tune, and it lets you go down, and then you have to come up using your counting skills. And it's a good idea, if you can, to use more than one finger. Now, often when we start guitar, we use our number 1 finger. We just go 1, 2, 3, and play like that, which is fine. That's how I started. As you get a bit better, try to use your other fingers. Okay, but don't stress if you can't. Like I always say in class, you remember me saying, I don't care if you can't do it yet, as long as you know what you're doing. That's the trick. Okay, so our numbers for our song, and you'll be getting this worksheet later. I'll text it to your parents' mobile number. But what I'll do from next week is I'm going to get a little whiteboard, and that way you can just copy it off the board or whatever. I think it's going to be easier than sending it all out every week. So our numbers are 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 7, 7. Now, obviously the song goes on and on. That's all I want us to concentrate on today, especially for us little beginners. Okay, it's a clean song. Okay, it's similar to Mary Had a Little Lamb, which is the one I always start with. So, okay, a lot of you have done that one. So what I want you to concentrate on is just using your number 1 finger to start with. 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 7, 7. And as you get better at doing that, start to use your other fingers. So remember, with your fingers, you don't use your thumb. We use to hold under the guitar like that. We don't have it out like that. We have it underneath to hold pressure. That's your number 1. That's your number 2. Number 3. And your pinky's number 4. Trust me, until you get really, really good, you won't need your pinky. But if you want to start with just using your number 1 finger, that's fine with me. But start to practice using your other fingers. Because as you get better, you need your other fingers, don't you? Now, so I'll go through it one more time, and that'll do you for today for the beginners lesson. I've learned with my daughters doing homeschooling, less is better on the video. So one more time. 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 7, 7. I think I just did Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, so Frere Jacque. Okay, so I'll send that to your parents later. You'll be able to practice it. Some of you might already have it at home. The one thing I want you to remember, little E, just just hit that to yourself. I want you to practice going elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Okay, and just start to run your fingers through each string, but concentrate on your little E, and there are our songs. Thanks, guys.